Hey guys, JB here from Alpha Wolf Consulting, talking to you today about self-love. And if this is something that you personally struggle with in life and you find it difficult to show yourself love and to feel worthy of love within yourself and the love you want to feel within life, just realize self-love and loving yourself and developing self-worth, it's not a battle to overcome. It's not a war to win within yourself. It's just simply a choice to choose to just believe that I am worthy of the love I want to feel. And it's the ego. The ego is the aspect of self that wants it to be a challenge, that wants it to be difficult, that wants to make mountains out of molehills. Just realize that the resistance you feel within yourself to experiencing and feeling the life that you want to live is your ego. So once you understand this and once you know this, like I've just told you now, you have now overcome it. So just realize, as I have, and I'll give you a secret that I use, the ego's a bitch. The ego's the aspect of self that's afraid of shit, that doesn't feel good enough, that feels worthless, that feels like it needs to compare to other people. Like if I met someone and they didn't feel good enough, and they always compared themselves to other people, and they always tried to tear themselves down, and all of this stuff, and who would that person be? That person would be a fucking bitch. If that person expected me to compare myself to other people to be valuable and validated to them, if that person expected me to go out and complete all these tasks to be worthy of feeling good about who I am and in love with who I am, that person's a fucking bitch. Realize that. In your mind is the biggest bitch you'll ever experience in life. And overcoming it is just realizing it's a bitch. And what do you do with people who are bitches in life with their opinion? You don't value it. Do you sort of get it? So just realize that. It's not to say we're tearing other people down or we're tearing ourselves down, but just realize all of the negative and false beliefs you have about yourself in life are illusions. Because should you want to change an aspect of self and change who you are to become who you've dreamed of being, it happens like that, in the blink of an eye. As soon as you decide and you think who I want to be, you have already achieved it. It's the bitch in the mind, the ego, that's going to keep you from experiencing it in real life and embodying it. Because you'll say, I'm not good enough to be a kind person. So I can't be kind every day. I can't be kind in the moment. I'm not good enough to feel love within myself. So I can't show myself love unless other people show me love. Do you sort of get it? Just realize that is the resistance you are feeling in life. And the easiest way to overcome that resistance is just to simply choose to believe what you want to believe, irrespective of if it's true, if it's not true, irrespective of if it's right, if it's not right. Just remember that bitch, the ego, is the one that thinks in terms of right and wrong, correct and false, the right decisions for me, the wrong decisions for me. Just realize that the ego is the one that creates all the barriers and the resistance within your mind, within your experience of life, and within your identity of self. So just realize that is the resistance you are overcoming. The need to even associate that I am not the person who I want to be. To even associate that there are right and wrong things about me. Do you sort of get it? A flaw is not a flaw. You can argue that You know, if I'm narcissistic and I go around and I'm mean and I'm cruel to people and I assume I'm better than other people and I'm egotistical, like, yeah, there's something wrong with that. If I'm around narcissists, there's nothing wrong with it, because every fucker thinks like that. But if I'm not around narcissists, do you sort of get it? So just realize, like, if I want to see myself as the highest version of myself and show myself the highest amount of love that I can feel, so to fall in love with who I am, like, just realize there's like nothing's going to affect anyone else. Do you sort of get it? There's no right or wrong way to do it. There's no right or wrong way to love myself. However I choose to love myself is how I choose to love myself. If I'm trying to love myself for validation from external parties or the external environment, then I'm egotistical. If I'm loving myself with a superiority complex that I am better than other people because other people don't love themselves like I love myself, like, then I'm being fucking egotistical and narcissistic. Like, I'm comparing myself external or to the external environment. The external environment is the ego. The internal environment is letting go to the ego. So when I love myself because of who I want to be in life and who I am within myself and how I want to feel, there can be no egotisticness or egotism about it, because I'm not even fucking considering other people. So just realize that the idea of egotism, egocentric, narcissism always has another person involved. I can't be narcissistic to myself. What, I'm better than myself? I can't be egotistical than myself. I'm superior to myself. Like, do you sort of get it? So just realize that the ego always wants to look outwards. The higher consciousness is the aspect of self that looks inwards. So when I look inwards, when I do everything inwards, when I develop my self-love inwards for self and no other, I am creating a higher, or the highest sort of conscious aspect of my understanding of love. And that's really important, because what we are doing is creating the idea that I am worthy of whatever I want to feel. So should I want to be someone who is disciplined, I don't need to overcome my undisciplined nature to become disciplined. If I say I want to be disciplined, in the moment of wanting discipline, I am disciplined. And now it's just the act of embodiment, or the willingness to embody discipline within myself, i.e., if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. I don't make excuses for why I couldn't do it. Do you sort of get it? So just realize that to overcome the ego, just let go to the importance of it. So if your mind, or your conscious mind, or your ego tries to say you are not good enough for love because of this, say you're a fucking bitch. What can you do? Like, do you sort of get it? If your ego wants to feel insecure about it and say that I am not as good as that person, like, you are a bitch because you are comparing yourself to other. Do you sort of get it? Like, a bitch compares themselves to another person. Like, if you think about it, like, if we were in a fight and I'm comparing my strength to your strength, I have already lost. Do you sort of get it? Because I am trying to determine if I am stronger than you or not. Doubt has already creeped into my mind. So I have to always look inwards and focus on myself, my actions, my abilities. So when you're thinking about this in terms of self-love and developing love within yourself, like, what we're trying to do is we're trying to let go to the need to even consider another. Do you sort of get it? Like, it doesn't matter, you can be in love with someone else, but like, unless you can show love to yourself, you will never be able to show love to that person. You will simply be imitating something you've seen another person do. Do you sort of get it? Love is an expression from within yourself. And the only way you can develop the expression of love within yourself is to show yourself love. Otherwise, you are just a poser imitating, because you are unwilling to show yourself self-love, but you're showing other people self-love. So you're pretending like you understand what love is, yet you are unable to show love to yourself. Pretender. Do you sort of get it? So just realize this. In life, how I treat another is a reflection of how I treat myself. How I treat myself is a reflection of how I treat others. So I must first learn how to love myself before I can love another. And should I love another, okay, and I pretend like I love them, but I don't love myself, it's an act. So it will always have an expiration date for when I cannot continue the act. Like, have you ever noticed with people in life, they can be in love and then one day they're out of love with another person because it wasn't real fucking love. You can't fall out of love with someone. It's not like you're in love with life and then all of a sudden you fall out of love with life. It doesn't happen like that. Love's a frequency. So you've become unaligned to the frequency because the energy requirement to maintain the frequency resonance, or the alignment to the frequency, became too much for you to uphold because it wasn't a natural state within yourself. Do you sort of get it? So you got to develop love within yourself. And the truth is, and the best part is, and the secret is, it's a fucking choice. An analogy I will give you is, imagine yourself with a compass, and that compass points north. Any direction you choose is now north. Not because the external environment says it's north, because you say it's north. It doesn't matter about the external environment. Why? Because there's no destination to get to. The journey is the destination. So if I say this is north, and I start walking, it's north. This is my journey walking north. If I turn around and say this is north now, and I start walking, I'm walking north. Do you sort of get the metaphor? If I choose to love myself and say that I love myself and I unconditionally love myself, like, there's no destination of unconditional love. The journey is the act of embodying unconditional love within myself, for myself, and that's it. That's the destination. So should I show myself love and accept myself unconditionally and love myself unconditionally? Like, that's the destination I'm looking for. Do you sort of get it? So if I can embody it, I have achieved it. Do you sort of get it? There is no metric for success, because only bitches need metrics. Why? Because it's external, and external is the ego. i.e., if I need external validation to love myself, I am a bitch, because I am stuck in the ego. So just remember that. Don't be a bitch, especially when it comes to self-love, because you're worth more than that, and your ego is the fucker that thinks you're worth less. Always remember that. Have an amazing day. Bye.